Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for the Walking Dead universe. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another Walking Dead universe Q&A video. We're also going to talk about the possibility of another Walking Dead show potentially coming soon. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for the Walking Dead universe and another Walking Dead universe Q&A video. Grab some comments and questions from some of y'all. Now you guys left a lot of comments and questions, so we're going to kind of split this one up. We're going to do some today, and then next week we'll cap it off with the remaining questions. So if your question's not in this video, no problem, because we're going to do another one next week where we go through the rest. Yeah, so you guys left a lot of great comments and questions. Walking Dead universe, I'm trying to think here. We're probably going to do at least 3, maybe 4 more Q&As before Daryl Dixon starts. So especially if you have any Daryl Dixon Walking Dead questions, definitely, feel free to leave those down below. I'm also going to be doing a collab stream very soon with a good friend of mine, so we're going to be using some of your questions for that as well too. So there's a whole bunch of Q&A stuff coming up, Q&A content coming up on the channel, which I'm very excited to dish out. Let's get into this. So starting things off with Benjamin, who says that, Dan, honestly, now that The Ones Who Live has ended after 106 and everything like that, do you think that The Walking Dead is going to try to introduce a new show, a new spinoff to us? And no, they do not mean the dog spinoff series that we heard about. Honestly, hope that was just an April Fool's joke and not an actual thing. Now, I think you're definitely onto something, because in the Dan's Review server, which if you're not in the Dan's Review server, quick plug real quick, go ahead and join that over on Discord. Some of y'all have been posting some stuff about a Aaron show. So, again, it's been something that's been talked about for the last year. It's been kind of in and out of the surface, I'd like to say. And now it's kind of resurfaced, I would like to say. So it sounds like this Aaron show is still not 100% like a false thing. It sounds like that is something that sounds like could happen. Of course, we'll have to see, because it's not something that I can say is like a guarantee, because there's no confirmation from AMC. But a lot of people are thinking an Aaron show is going to happen at one point or another. Now, again, with Aaron, the thing is with him is that I like Aaron, but I just don't know if he would be enough to carry an entire spinoff series, you know what I'm saying? If they put Gabriel in it, maybe, but again, it's like, at the same time, it's like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Is there a purpose for a Gabriel and Aaron show? Or are we just goofing off? You know what I'm saying? Which, yes, I understand that maybe Daryl Dixon and Dead City are also considered just kind of goofing off at this point and just doing some random stuff, yes, but you don't want more of that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, for me, I'd say another Walking Dead spinoff, if we were to get another Walking Dead spinoff, and if it was my decision, man, people would probably hate me for this. It wouldn't be Walking Dead TV show universe at all. You know what I'd do? If it was up to me and I say, okay, I can do any other Walking Dead show and it's my decision, a live-action, full adaptation, animated series of the Walking Dead comic books with color. And you make it almost like what they're doing with Invincible right now over on Prime Video. And it would be an AMC Plus series, animated series, voiced by maybe even a few Walking Dead actors, and you would fully adapt the Walking Dead comic books in color, in an animated series type of format, in maybe like a 4-season thing. 1 compendium per season. 4 seasons, animated Walking Dead comic book series. I'm telling you right now, that would be awesome. That would actually do very well. That's what I would do. And a lot of people would say, oh, well, why aren't you invested in the TV Walking Dead? Wouldn't you want another Rick spinoff or something like that? Sounds like that's not in the realm of possibilities. So for me personally right now, I'd say if we can't get anything Rick related, then I would say do that. Honestly, that'd be really cool. Either that or, and I would be on edge about this, but I would say, if you want to do it, I'm not against the idea of people trying a game adaptation of the Walking Dead Telltale series. Here's the thing, though. Don't Last of Us this. Don't Belly this. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that Clementine is a good casting. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to do it. But those are general kind of ideas for what I'd say for a Walking Dead spinoff, another Walking Dead show in the future. Either a Last of Us style game adaptation of the Walking Dead Telltale series with good castings, of course. Otherwise, don't do it. I specify that very much so. Or a full adaptation, 4-season Walking Dead comic book series adaptation in an animated format, I think would be very, very cool. Either one of those, I think would be good, if done right, of course. But, again, that's just my opinion. You guys know my opinion on the Walking Dead franchise, and a lot of people would probably not enjoy me being in charge of the Walking Dead, because here's the thing. I would have concluded The Walking Dead very, very quickly. I would have. It would have been short, sweet, well executed, if I might say so myself, and to the point. I wouldn't have Daryl Dixon go to France. I wouldn't have frickin' Daryl go to Spain for some unknown reason. It would be a very put-together franchise with not a cliffhanger conclusion Walking Dead Season 11. There's a lot of things I would tweak about The Walking Dead if I could go back, and if I was in charge. There was a lot of things I would do. I would bring Rick back as the main lead of Season 11. There'd be a lot of things done. So, again, I could sit here for hours and talk about how I would do that. Not going to do it now, but a lot of things would be different if I was in charge of The Walking Dead. And I promise you all that if I was in charge of The Walking Dead, whether you like some of the stuff I would do or not, I would give you all a direction. The franchise would have a direction. And I'm telling you right now, it would not be in the rut that it's in right now. I would treat The Walking Dead with love. And I'm saying this all because I'm just a fan. It's never going to happen. But I'm just saying, I'm guaranteeing you guys, and I'm not even saying this to be cocky, I would do this better than Scott Gimple. I would. This franchise would have more of a direction. And that's all there is to it. Because I actually have love for The Walking Dead. So I would treat it like such. And I would do what's best for the story. Not milk a bunch of spinoffs for money. So there you go. Next one comes from Snake, who says that, Dan, honestly, in Dead City, I'm curious, how did Negan get the leather jacket back and Lucille? Do you think they're both new, or what's the case with that? Lucille is definitely new because, he burned that thing. So Croat probably wrapped that darn thing in barbed wire and says, "Here, Negan," Now, as for the leather jacket, I would say probably it does look like the old one, although I don't know how anybody would have possession of that. So I'm going to assume that maybe it's, like a remodel or like a redesign as well too. Unless Croat's a really creepy guy and we find out that Negan had like a selection of leather jackets, you know what I'm saying? He put one on every day, you know what I'm saying? Like a shirt or something, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know, maybe like Croat's like, well, I found one of your old ones, here you go. They could do that, I suppose, because I know Croat went back to the Sanctuary, but also in the universe canon, Dwight and Sherry went back to the Sanctuary at the end of Season 8 of Fear the Walking Dead. So where the hell are they at? You know what I'm saying? Like I said many times before, I think they should put them in Dead City, but, that's just one man's opinion, of course. But no, I think Lucille and the leather jacket and stuff like that, I think they're both new. But they got them spot on, I'll say that. Next one comes from Cater, who says that, Dan, do you think that a Walking Dead Telltale TV adaptation would work? If so, how do you think they should adapt it? Stuff like that. Like I said a few minutes ago, this is something that you need to do. If you're ever going to do a video game adaptation of The Walking Dead Telltale, which for some reason, everything has to get a game adaptation these days. The 2020s are like almost like game adaptation galore. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised GTA 6 got one at one point, you know what I'm saying? Or even GTA 5, But it's like, here's the thing. I'm telling you right now, if they did a 4-season Walking Dead or even like 5-season, TV adaptation of the Telltale games, make sure it's faithful. Biggest thing, if you can't find somebody that fits the charisma of Clementine from the video game, don't even bother. Honestly, if the casting's off, I don't want the show because that is seriously like something I can't emphasize enough. They butchered Ellie in the TV adaptation of The Last of Us. Do not do that with Clementine. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't do what they did with Borderlands with Lilith. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that type of stuff. Make sure the casting is good. So that's what I'm saying. As long as the castings are good and you have a good budget on your hands, those are the two most important things. And third, I'd say, is just, in general, a good writer. But that's not as big of a deal because you can just adapt the games. But still, make sure you have a good writer. If those three things are in the clear, then I'd say you're good. That's what I'd say about it. The next one's from A21, who says that, Dan, honestly, because Dead City is like 5 years plus ahead in the timeline of The Ones Who Live, why do you think Maggie left and went to the bricks in, New York and all that stuff? Is she still mad at Rick, or does she think that Rick is still mad at her, or is there any kind of tension, or what? What's funny? I would actually theorize about that, but I don't think Gimple even knows. I feel like Gimple, the only thing he's concerned about, he's like, oh, New York, that's a new setting. Send Maggie to New York. You know what I'm saying? That's like the route that Walking Dead is in. It's like, oh, Norman wants to go to Spain? Well, take him to Spain. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the way this has been working. So I don't even think there's a writing reason behind it. Now, if they want to get creative with it, like I mentioned before, make Rick show up as a guest appearance in Dead City at one point. Say that he's going out to, visit Maggie in the hilltop. and you see some kind of reunion between Rick and Negan in Dead City. That right there is how you make it interesting, because it's like, okay, we have Rick for about a season, let's have him interact with Negan. Personally, for me, I would put Rick in the final season of Dead City, whether that's season like 4 or 5, something like that. Have Rick show up looking like a Red Dead Redemption character or something, you know what I'm saying, with like a cool horse, hat, you know what I'm saying, maybe like a cool outfit, you know what I'm saying, that'd be really cool, maybe like a new Python and stuff, and he shows up to go visit Maggie at like an absolute gangster, and instead he finds Negan in the position that he's in, you know what I'm saying, and you get those interactions between the two of them. I think that'd be absolutely spectacular. I don't think they'll do it, but it'd be cool, you know what I'm saying? It'd be really, really cool. But again, you know, probably not, but, you know, it'd be nice. You know, it'd be nice either way. And the last one comes from King, who says that, Dan, with a Rick Grimes reunion in the Walking Dead franchise at one point, do you think it'll be in Dead City, Daryl Dixon, or in another spinoff? Now, this one I did in a previous video as well, so I'm not going to spend too much time with this one, but I'll say, yes, I think that in terms of a overarching spinoff that I'd like Rick to have a reunion in with Daryl, I mean, it would be the Daryl show, and I think that's the next time that Rick will show up in the franchise, but I mean, like I said, I hope it's sooner than that. I seriously do, but I think that's what it's going to be, is Rick will return in like 2030 in the franchise. Yeah, something like that. So, post comments down below. Do you guys think that we are going to get to see all this stuff? Rick Grimes reunion with Daryl. You know, do you think this Aaron show is still happening? Do you guys think that's still going to be a thing? Do you think that's just false? You know, stuff like that. Do you think that Rick will ever show up in Dead City? All that, you know, cool stuff. There's a lot of questions for the Walking Dead universe right now. We got about another month or so here, give or take, and then Daryl Dixon will be coming out. So, very excited for that. We'll be reviewing that over on the channel, and we'll have other Q&A videos, more questions from y'all as well too coming up next week, so stay tuned for that. And of course, guys, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, be sure to click the subscribe and tune in to any other videos of The Walking Dead. Be sure to follow me at Dan's The Walking Dead Reviews on Instagram, guys, and of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos of The Walking Dead universe. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.